So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my Blue Eyes deck profile for the post-legendary collection Kaiba. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. First and foremost, if you guys have not yet subscribed and turn on your post notifications, make sure you guys go down and click the subscribe button and join the notification squad. That'll be absolutely amazing. Just click on the bell to get notified each time I upload videos. So whenever I post new deck profiles like this, you guys will always be the first people to actually see my video. If you guys want to see more deck profiles and more updated decks for the new format, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. So you know what guys, overall I just really hope you guys enjoy this new deck profile. Recently guys, ever since the release of Legendary Collection Kaiba, we've been getting a lot of new support for Blue Eyes, especially with cards like Dragon Revival Rhapsody and also cards like the King of D. I believe that those two cards actually made Blue Eyes a little bit better, and I'll explain to you guys all those card choices once I progress to the video. And in celebration of the release of Legendary Collection Kaiba and also this deck profile, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your Blue Eyes and Stage playmat today. I do free shipping to Canada and USA. International shipping may cost extra, and I'll leave a link to my Facebook page down in the description box below. All you guys gotta do is send me a message on my Facebook page and I'll get you guys sorted in all the details on how you guys can get the mat. So without further ado, let's start with this Blue Eyes deck profile. The reason why I love this deck so much is because Blue Eyes has to be one of my favorite archetypes of all time, and since the release of Legendary Collection Kaiba, you can finally pimp out the entire Blue Eyes deck, and this deck looks absolutely gorgeous guys. Start off with the monsters. Don't play, of course, triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. This card is absolutely phenomenal. You guys don't know how powerful Blue Eyes is, and it's very standard to play 3 Blue Eyes. Card is the heart and soul of the deck, and in my personal opinion, I believe that this version is the best looking artwork for my taste. This artwork looks absolutely insane, and I'm just really glad that the artwork got reprinted in the Legendary Collection Kaiba. Look at how sexy this looks, you know, Blue Eyes White Dragon standing in front of the world. It looks totally badass. Next, to accompany Blue Eyes White Dragon, you're gonna play, of course, triple Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. This card is absolutely insane as well. You guys don't know what Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon does. Reveal a Blue Eyes in your hand, special summon it, and the really good thing about this effect is that this card is not a hard once per turn. So if you have multiple copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, you can activate Blue Eyes Alternative to actually destroy multiple monsters on the board, depending on the amount of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon that you have. So let's say that you have 2 Blue Eyes Alternative on the board, you can actually activate both effects to destroy monsters on the board because it's not a hard once per turn effect. So Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, just really good to play in the deck. And last but not least, for the level 8 Blue Eyes monster playing in the deck is double Dragon Spirit of White. This card is absolutely amazing, and this card is really important in the deck, especially against the Pendulum matchup. The fact that it doesn't destroy and it banishes is what makes this card very good. So cards like Silver's Cry, comboing up with Dragon Spirit of White during your opponent's turn, especially against Pendulum matchup, this card can actually become devastating because it doesn't destroy the scales or destroy back rolls, it banishes. So cards like Astrograph and also Chronograph cannot trigger their effects in hand. So you actually just want to set up plays with Dragon Spirit of White in your graveyard with cards like Silver's Cry during your opponent's turn, so that way that you can just interrupt, you know, problematic scales that your opponent try to activate. So that's pretty much it for all the level 8 monsters you're playing in the deck. Let's go off into your spellcasters. Off to our spellcasters, we're gonna play, of course, triple Sage with Eyes of Blue. This card is actually really important in the deck. The fact that you're actually able to search a level 1 Light Tuner directly from the deck to your hand is just absolutely incredible. So this card can actually get you access to cards like the White Stone of Legend, White Stone of Ancients, and even Effect Veiler, which is really amazing because you guys all know now Effect Veiler is actually really meta relevant, and its hand effect, you can basically pitch yourself to the grave, target an effect monster, send it to the graveyard, especially with a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. Next off, I like to play the 1 Masters Eyes of Blue. Masters is essentially the same thing as Sage, but instead of searching from the deck, it searches from a graveyard back into your hand. So during mid or late game, you can actually summon Masters. Masters can retrieve you cards back like Effect Veiler from your graveyard to your hand, or cards like the White Stone of Ancients and also the White Stone of Legend from your graveyard back to your hand. And its effect in the graveyard is just really good as well. The fact that it's able to recycle itself and targets an effect monster sent to the graveyard, especially when a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard, is just really amazing. So you can revive back cards like Dragon Spirit of White, you can also revive back cards like Blue Eyes White Dragon, and you can also revive back the Synchro monster Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon from a graveyard using Masters Eyes of Blue. And the last spellcaster you want to play in the deck is 1 the King of D. Not a lot of people actually like this card, but I find myself in situations where during mid or late game, this card actually becomes really important because you're actually able to summon this card, ditch any, you know, dead spell cards in your hand to the graveyard to add Dragon Revival Rhapsody directly from your deck to your hand, so that way you can revive back 2 free dragon monsters from your graveyard. You definitely do not want to maximize yourself on playing multiple copies of the King of D because this card can actually break in the deck, and you basically do not want to ruin the consistency of this deck. This deck already has problems with breaking already, so if you play multiple copies of this card, you know, it's not really that good in my personal opinion. I think that it's really good as a one-off to actually search that Dragon Revival Rhapsody during mid or late game. So King of D, definitely a cool tech, and you know, one of the new supports that came out in Legendary Collection Kaiba. Next off for our stones, triple the White Stone and Ancients. We're sent to the graveyard this turn. During the end phase, you get a special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck, whether or not it will be Dragon Spirit or White or Blue Eyes White Dragon. Card's really good, and its graveyard effect to be able to banish yourself to add a Blue Eyes from your hand to the graveyard is just really phenomenal as well. So during mid or late game, this card can recycle back your alternative, your Blue Eyes monster. Recycle back any Blue Eyes from your graveyard back into your hand. And last but not least, the White Stone of Legend. Legend, when it's sent to the graveyard, you basically get to add a Blue Eyes directly from your deck to your hand. And last but not least, you want to play, of course, Double Effect Veiler. This card is absolutely phenomenal. This format. The fact that this card is able to negate Electromite is just absolutely insane. It negates Electromite's overall effect. You can't use the pop effect, and it actually won't be able to send the Pendulum monster from the deck to the extra deck because Effect Veiler will negate its entire effect, which is fantastic. And the fact that you're actually able to search this card directly from your deck to your hand using Sage's effect, and also recycle Effect Veiler back from your graveyard into your hand using Master's Eyes of Blue is just such a plus. And remember guys, Effect Veiler is not a once per turn effect, so if you have multiple Effect Veilers in your hand, you're actually able to use Effect Veiler each time to negate any problematic monster's effect on the board. For the spells guys, very standard, triple Melody of the Awakening Dragon. These are your search cards of the deck. Card looks super sexy as a secret rare, man. Trust me. Dragon Shrine looks even sexier, man. Super gorgeous, guys. Really gorgeous. I don't know why I get super excited over full cards, but you know, seeing like the entire deck super shiny just makes me really happy for some reason. But anyways, Melody searches your Blue Eyes and also alternative directly from the deck to your hand. Dragon Shrine is essentially a searcher as well because it ditches your you know, Dragon Spirit of White and also the White Stone Legend to the graveyard, and then the White Stone Legend gets to search your card. And it's also used to dump Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard, so that way that your revival spell cards will always become live, such as, you know, Dragon Revival Rhapsody, Return of the Dragon Lord, Silver's Cry, you guys name it. And next we're gonna play, of course, the One Foolish Burial, essentially the same thing as Dragon Shrine as well. And that's pretty much it for the starter cards of the deck. You actually just want to start off with these cards in your hand as quickly as possible because you just want to get access to your Blue Eyes. For your rival cards, guys, these cards are insane. Triple Return of the Dragon Lords. This card can revive back in any level 7 or level 8 dragon monster from your graveyard, and has amazing graveyard effect to protect your dragon monster being destroyed by card effects and also by battle. Next off, you're gonna play, of course, a Double Silver's Cry, another great revival card in the deck. The fact that this card is a quick play makes this card amazing. Guys, a quick tip, if you're playing Blue Eyes against any deck, you want to basically try to send Dragon Spirit of White to your graveyard as quickly as possible, so that way you can utilize Silver's Cries on your opponent's turn to banish any problematic Floodgate or Spawn Trap cards that your opponent tries to activate, which is really good. Silver's Cry, guys, is used as a reactive spell card. So just imagine Silver's Cry is a trap card in the deck. If you are going first, okay, if you have any other revival cards in your hand that will help you combo off into Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, try to use all those other, you know, revival spell cards and try to save Silver's Cry for your opponent's turn, so that way that it's used as a trap card against your opponent during their turn. So Silver's Cry, it's really important on how you guys activate its effect, and the really useful way to utilize this card to its full potential is using it on your opponent's turn to disrupt any problematic scales that your opponent tries to activate. So double Silver's Cry, double Dragon Revival Rhapsody. Oh my god, this card is absolutely insane. If you control a spellcaster monster, revive back 2 dragon monsters. One has to be a normal monster, which your entire deck is normal monsters, Dragon Spirit of White and also Blue Eyes White Dragon, and the other can be anything, so you can revive back cards like Ancient Fairy Dragon, Moon Rose, you can revive back Azure Eyes, and you have spellcasters like the King of D, which can actually search Rhapsody. Next off, one Monster Reborn. You know, no need to explain Monster Reborn. And last but not least, you want to play the one Soul Charge. Soul Charge is the best revival spell card in this deck. If you have Soul Charge in your hand and you lose the duel, you shouldn't be playing Blue Eyes. I'm sorry. That's how good Soul Charge is in this deck. For a draw engine, triple trade-in, sends your Blue Eyes to the graveyard to draw 2, and make sure that your revival spell cards will always become live. Which is really amazing, and it actually helps unbricks your hand. So you actually just want to see trading in your opening hand as quickly as possible. The one card of Consonance, I actually don't find myself needing to play more than one copy of this, and Masters can always retrieve back your White Stone and Ancients and also the White Stone Legend from a graveyard, so that way that cards of Consonance can become live. So the one copy of Card of Consonance, and last but not least, guys, the best draw power in the game is Double Pot of Desires. I don't know why not a lot of people love this card, especially in Blue Eyes, but you obviously just want to do your searching first before you resolve Desires. Desires most of the time actually helped unbricks my hand, other than, you know, making me lose the duel. There was never a time where I activated Desires and actually lost. That never happened. When I activate Desires, I unbreak my hand. So this card is absolutely amazing for that. It's a +1 in the meta game. Like, you guys gotta play this card. If you guys want to have a competitive mindset, play Pot of Desires. Card is amazing, guys. There's a lot of success stories where people come up to me at YCS and regionals. Sam, you told me to play Desires. I didn't believe in Desires. Now I play it. It's the best card in my deck. Like, come on, man. I play Yu-Gi-Oh competitively, and I know how good this card is. So for those of you who are, you know, casuals and just want to basically eventually join the competitive metagame, 100% playing card like Pot Desires is definitely a must-off in the deck. You obviously just want to activate this card last. If you have Trade-In and Pot Desires in your hand, you obviously want to go Trade-In first, Card of Consonance first, activate Melody first, do all your searching first before you resolve Desires. So Desires should always be the last card to resolve. And you guys know side deck is always at the personal preference, triple Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, Spiral Double Helix, Heavy Metaphors Electromite, and ABC Dragon Buster. This deck's hardest matchup is actually ABC, so siding Ghost Reaper against these matchup right here can actually help you auto-win it against these certain matchups. So the reason why these fusion monsters are in here is because of Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. If anybody were to ask that question in the comment section below. Double Twin Twister, Double Dimensional Barrier, Regeki, Dark Hole, and last but not least, triple evenly match against Dracos and any basically any decks that you know, set a lot of back rolls and things like that. So evenly is just really broken for that. Off to your extra deck, double Blue Eye Spirit Dragon negates any grave artifact, can tag out to bring out cards like Moon Rolls to actually bounce back any special summon monsters in their hand, which is really good. And this card is really good overall against any Pendulum matchup. This double Azure Eyes. Azure Eyes looks super sexy as a secret rare, guys. Look at that. Beautiful card. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon brings out Azure Eyes, which is really awesome. Crystal Wing Single Dragon, and you guys are probably wondering, Sam, how do you make Crystal Wing in this deck? You make Ancient Fairy. So what you do is you activate Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, tag out, bring out Ancient Fairy. Activate Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect to special summon a level 1 monster from your hand, which is the Tuner, and then single summon into Crystal Wing. And Crystal Wing is just a really powerful boss monster in the metagame. So Ancient Fairy and the one Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's essentially another reactive monster during your opponent's turn. We're actually able to bring this card out to bounce back something. After XYZ, Hope Harbinger, Dark Matter, Cypher Blade Dragon. This card is getting reprinted, by the way. This card is a Trident for the deck. Galaxy Eyes Full Armor, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. So what you do is that you go Cypher, steal your opponent's monster, make Galaxy Eyes, pop a card, and on top of Galaxy Eyes, make Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, pop another card. So you're actually able to just take 3 of your opponent's cards using, you know, this package right here, which is amazing. And for your links, you know, the Decode Talker, you know, really good with Soul Charge. Link Karibo, you can, you know, send, you know, you can send your level 1 monsters to the grave, make Link Karibo, and last but not least, the 1 Underclock Taker to round off your extra deck. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this deck in the comment section below. If you guys love the new support and things like that. To be honest, guys, Blue Eyes has been my favorite deck of all time. You guys already know, if you guys are huge fans of the channel, I just really glad that in 2018 we get new supports like the King of D and also Dragon Revival Rhapsody, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button and stay tuned for more deck profile, guys. Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 signing out. Alright, guys. Peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it. Like no, this league business.